told my friends Jim Gilmore and Jeff Mueller about an air crash site not far from where we lived. I asked them if they would like to hike in and see it. Neither had ever been to a crash site, and they enthusiastically agreed to go.
This is unbelievable. I mean, seeing some of this stuff that's still laying around. And you can still notice part by part. You can take a look at it.
Think about
This is the full jet engine right here.
This is incredible.
On November 2nd, 1968, Lieutenant Michael Casey Emmett and his instructor took off in their Vought F-8 Crusaders from Miramar Naval Air Station to practice tactical maneuvers as part of routine training in the skies above Anza Borrego Desert State Park. Only 30 minutes into the training, Michael's flight instructor watched him crash into a ravine not far from Highway 78. His fighter jet was traveling at approximately 500 miles per hour, and his instructor speculated that Michael had passed out during a steep turn and was not able to recover.
All right, we are at the moment that this aircraft site came to when the crash occurred 50 years ago. And we are literally to the minute, if not to the second, when this incident occurred for Lieutenant Michael Casey Emmett. And that is Rob and I, that is our half-brother. Thanks to the effort of Historic Aircraft Wrecks in San Diego County, the Remembrance Team, through other efforts, identified this crash site and made it available. I found it on the internet back less than a year ago. By fate, they discovered it. This, of course, was a fatal accident. I can't say when I first viewed the video of this site, they did not think it was fatal, but as they went down the cockpit area, they saw the ejection seat, and later defined it that it was our brother's aircraft. So we made a point to visit it on this day, exactly at this moment, to do a remembrance to Michael. He was a man that lived life on the edge. If you ever see the movie Top Gun, that was him down to the motorcycle and all the risky acts and shenanigans that a personality like that would have it. And we're celebrating his life here, though sad. We celebrate it because though he died, he did it doing something that he had dreamed about doing, and most of the things he dreamed of, he accomplished. And flying this supersonic aircraft was one of those.
The Vought F-8 Crusader is perhaps remembered for having many nicknames. Thanks to its supersonic speed and its ability to take off with its wings folded, pilots like calling it the sports car of the Navy. Deck crew members finally referred to the aircraft as the Gator because the air intakes were not very high above the ground, and they had the power to suck in a man. The Crusader also had a successful record during the Vietnam War. After shooting down 18 MiG-17s, it earned the legendary label of MiG Master. And since it was the last jet fighter designed to carry guns, 4 20mm cannons, the F-8 is also remembered with the nickname of the Last Gunfighter. The Crusader was built when the United States wanted to show off its air superiority. This fast and deadly jet is still considered one of the most remarkable aircraft of its generation. The Crusader was such a beloved aircraft that it inspired a saying, "When you're out of F-8s, you're out of fighters." The crash site was only about a mile from where we parked the truck in Stag Cove. But it was a steep hike and it took us almost an hour to get to the site itself. We spent about 30 minutes up there, remembering Michael Casey Emmett, and feeling the power of being at a site such as this where a young man gave his life for our country. We made it all the way back without incident until we were about 300 yards from the truck. That's when Jeff slipped and he was standing right behind me. He fell into my back and the two of us rolled down an embankment where I broke my index finger and Jeff was covered with abrasions and lacerations. To be frank, it was totally worth it.